Company and welcome back to another video. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're a regular, thank you for supporting my content. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back with another story time, and this one is basically close to home. It is something that I told myself, "Hore, I can bua ka yona," but then I figured, "Hore, you know what? Let me just talk about it. Let me just talk about it. Maybe then ke tla kgona ho heal afterwards, right?" So yeah, so the title of the video is "They Used Him to Avenge His Death." I know it doesn't make sense at the moment, but then let's understand that as time goes. So I have a cousin who was brutally murdered on his way home from work. Yeah, that was ha ona lefu le bohloko jwalo ska ore o ya hae o tswa wherever bo ya hae, and then you literally don't make it home. Like ha ona lefu le bohloko ska leo. So that is why I said in the beginning of the video that this story is something that was traumatizing, if I may say. It was something that hurt us in my family, and it was something that I told myself, "Oh, I never ka bua ka yona," because every time when I think what happened, it brings out a lot of emotions. But then I told myself, "Oh, you know what, let me just let go of the past and just talk about it, and maybe then get that sharp." But I don't think you ever heal from like hokawateya that much. You don't heal, especially if moto enele moto no close to Liena, right? But then it's fine. He's in a better place now. And yeah, to be honest, now that I think of it, I think I'm doing better. Because before, truly speaking, because the more ne ke utlwa lebitso la hae meant, the more ne ke khawatheya. Yo, the more ne ke wisha gore nkabe e sa etsahala this thing, the more I'd question God and ask him questions. It's like no, God, why did you allow this to happen? But then I actually think that I am doing better, because it took me a long time, truly speaking. It took me a long time to get over his death. I am still not over it. I'm still not over it, but I am proud of myself. Like hane ke nagana motho before, like nekilla, but right now ke a bona gore at least something in me ya healer, ha ke tlo bua ka motho ona. So my cousin was a very, and by very I mean capital letter very, very bubbly person. He was a very bubbly person. He was a people's person. He was outgoing. He was out there. If there's one thing that I got from him, it's definitely that. It's definitely the bubbly personality that I got from him, and the people's person, the extroverted side, let me put it like that, the extroverted side that I got from him. Because now I am an intro extrovert. Sometimes I enjoy being alone, sometimes I enjoy being around people. It'll just depend gore o mang. But most of the time, ha ke le ho batho big sabatsebeng, I'm the one that always ke nna starting with conversation. Because I don't know, I guess who easy ke motho a kgonang ho forma di relationship easy. My cousin was a people person, and like I guess that is something that runs in my family, because I have so shame. I have so well, excluding me. But truly speaking, like shame, we ain't got time to play. Like and I realized that even Laris Nazaga, we always come up with a plan for a rebellion. But now I haven't drank alcohol ebaya in over a year. To be honest. Kino shapo and jealous of I'm not gonna lie, jealous of so jealous is something elo re ke abchakela babo. Hi, I was on Tara shapo shame. Well, I can jwala. No, I'm kidding actually. Yeah, no, but sometimes, occasionally, babo. I am high on Christ right now. Like, I kid me. So what can we call my cousin? Let's call him Majaivani. Let's call him Majaivani, because Ona Jaiva. Ona Jeff. But now come to think of it, here's about Jeff. I'm the only one who can't dance. I literally cannot dance to save my life. I don't know how to dance. And then begin to familiar about Jeff. So then in a Jeff. Shame. He left his mark. I know na Jeff for Muto Ona Jeff. You know, now that I think of it, ne? Because he died, not he died. He passed away before the Amapiano era and all of that. So since you me imagine, if Nede ale alive, na piano, yo, Father God. So my driver was my partner in crime, right? Whenever I needed money or alcohol, Nelena planiaka, because I was spanner. Happen to oh, he's old. Like, I can't be spending money in a cousin. Ospanang. Ospana, like, my F, you should just story time if I want this step. Yeah. Kinale cousin Ospana, so yeah. Another money that I had. Negi Spanisa for it. Yes, Negi Spanisa for the out or the outer sometimes, but you're not gonna save a shame. Especially if you can plan. Like I would literally leave my money there for months and not use it and not even touch it. I just remembered something actually. When I was in high school, I promised my cousin Yena Majayavani that I'd stay in school and get good grades, right? Because Yena he knew me. He knew the whole bitep. Ozabitebo asirase, ozabitebo agwadile, ozabitebo school. So boom, nothing. Onaba like he had this tendency of being like, I hope the very same way Onangateng Otobalagate. And yes, I kept that promise. I stayed in school. You know, I can't believe all of that happened. I'll see you. Like, what was the whole point of me getting good grades if you weren't going to be here? I should have been a hooker or something. No, I'm kidding. Yalla. But truly speaking, I have achieved a lot of things and I really wish he was still alive. So especially the family gathering that like my family is so proud of me, man. They're so proud of me. You know, they literally watched me grow up. They literally saw me in a tricky stage. So now that I was able to stay in school and get good grades, obviously I'm a proud guy and you know what, one match stages lam tabola shame. All I runs and oh, you know what? Even though I'm gonna stay in school and get good grades. And at that time, I haven't achieved like most of the things that I want to achieve, like Konagiling level 2, no. But they're so proud of me, man. Like, even if it is something enyane, like, yeah, sometimes those moments make me wish that my cousin was still alive, you know, because he is everyone close to me, man celebrate. They are proud of me, and I am proud of myself for making them proud. But there's that one person that's missing. Actually, two, including my grandmother. No, three actually, including our gardener. I think I did a story time if it wasn't last year, April. It was before winter, I remember. Neki Buwakaya and a shame. Lena, he left an impact in my life. Yo, I but Naki ba lose shame but But I guess that is why Kila was strong at a young age, because I lost a lot of people, man. I lost a lot of people, and that kind of like forced me to grow up, you know. That kind of like forced me to keep it the way I am, more matured, you know, to outgrow the stage that I was undergoing. So, shame. But I know that they looking down at me, and Baba like, keep going, baby girl. No man chat. I know flop on. He's in a better place. He's in a better place. And I just hope Ushab, like, I can't be the only one who thinks about the dead. Honestly, I can't be the only one. I think about the dead sometimes, you know. I think, are they okay? Ushabu, Umoling Shabu, oh guy, you know. Yeah, I know it's not normal, but not getting a hand to the drug. I like getting a hand on to Ushab. One thing about my family, ne, they are traditional shame. Like my family is very traditional. Like, ooh, I feel sorry for the guy that's gonna marry my ass, cause My family is strict and traditional. So yeah, no, ke bona e le ba mfirfir ka dilobola negotiations. Like literally, since I keep paying hand, I'm not gonna lie. Like the way my family is so overprotective, ka thing, the way baling strict ka thing, the way they respect their culture ka thing. Like uskabatla he usa mini business. Like uskabatla he usa mini business that I can assure you, because they're gonna make your life a living hell. How so? I don't know. But my family is very traditional, especially Kabo Malume. Ooh, I am literally the only one in my family ophelang lifestyle high. One thing I love about my family is that they're very understanding. I've come across most families that I've came across. I've realized that they have rules on how you need to dress, on how you need to behave. All my families, much as they are cultural and all of that, but banality boundaries, this person is a kid. I can't allow or let this person a behave as ka motho o moholo one. Ha o le ngwana ba etsa o phele ska ngwana, o behave ska ngwana. Ha o le motho o moholo ba etsa o behave ska motho o moholo. That is one thing I ke ratang ka bona shame. So if you think o tlotla o batla ho change, or if ke jola le wena o tlo batla ke apara so, or heno batla ke apara so, they're like, please. Now I am very stubborn. I come from a family so it runs in my blood. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person, especially ha fitla ho nna o tlo njwetsa gore apara so etsa moriri ya so. For what? Heso ba hlile ho njwetsa. Who do you think you are? It was in 2016 when my cousin passed away. I remember it as if it was yesterday, and that's a memory I wanted to forget growing up. Like, that is something I never wanted to think about. But, Okaslebal. That's all I can say, Okaslebal. So here's what happened to him. Again, Majavani originally is from Joburg, right? So we'd normally see each other once in 4 months, because he was busy with work and I was busy with school, right? So every time I get a chance, Onata Chakela his. Javani was 7 years older than me, I remember. Onali 21, 22, somewhere there. 22, 23. Yeah. The first time I smoked hardly, it was through him. Like, Kena Ango didn't hardly. I didn't smoke that I didn't know what it was. Like, so now, how's Kimebo Majaivan? We're not about Majaivan liked. Your mama Majaivan and Alisto to Azamar. Growing up, I remember how he used to give my family headaches. Like, you, Mutu Napila life behind you. Literally, Unapila lifestyle high aliwa. Then that curse passed on to me. Mara, you lenat like a kilachesa hle. Ikilachesa, but I for Majaivani Leona. Majaivani nalowes. Then Yavan. You bad Lena Gileka for the headache case. No, it's fine. The cloak got there. I'm still gonna tell you guys. No, actually, I think I have. Because I think in every video of mine, I would get drunk. I would bunk school. I don't even know high school he passed it like from Tana Chisaso. And I was my 15, 16. I was very young. Father God and I hope one day as a kinalavan I like but even if Batswana like I at this stage because having strict parents, sometimes having strict parents Leona contributed to because now my parents are very strict, and strict parents create stupid kids. I was stupid back in the day. I was very stupid, and that is why I get you. Had they allowed me to do the things that I did, there was a time hey, no sekele ausbitepo. Sekele ausbitepo. Akusale bitepo. Sekele ausi bitepo. You know what I'm saying? So Shapo inele angel parties, Banisable, what's his name? Majai Vanida. After party, his friends came and picked him up. Bye bye. Instead of taking my cousin back to his place, those like, excuse me for swearing, like, yo, you know, when I think of what happened to him and how his friends betrayed him, it literally disgusts me. Like, as I was saying, those brutally stabbed, and by brutal I mean brutal, they brutally stabbed my cousin. Like, if there's one thing I do not understand, why so if you guys have issues, why don't you guys iron them out instead of stabbing each other or shooting each other? Why the knife be involved? I literally do not get that part. They stabbed him 9 times. I remember when I went to view his body at the mortuary, lady wounds, it's 9. That is why I am like, some situations forced me to grow up. Because get trauma that get trauma. 2016, how old was I? I was only 15, 16. How old was I in 2016? No, I was 17 actually. I was only 17. So imagine 17-year-old having to view a body, a dead body. So that is why I'm like, some situations literally forced me to grow up. Yeah, I was 17 in 2016. Yeah. Till this day, we don't know what escalated or led to them doing that. And I still have questions. I'm not gonna lie, I still have questions because I do not understand why benze jwalo, you know? Because Majayavani, every time Onadula Abuaka, the very same friends that betrayed him, so I don't understand why they had to do that. That is why I give a like, why didn't they iron out their issues instead of they literally up. I'm not gonna lie. I lost my best friend that day. I lost my best friend that day. I lost my brother that day. I lost my cousin that day. I lost my uncle that day. I literally lost everything. What I hate is the fact that Bamahlabile and left him on the road to rot there. Like, Bamahlabile kareng yo, o kare asin nix. I have a feta bamasiada. Like, So my family never got justice. We never got justice, and something similar to this happened last year. My uncle went missing. Like, I don't know Joburg that well, but somewhere in Joburg. Let me just put it like that. So he had a fallout with his wife, Avaya, a disappear. Months later, Bamukreya, apparently a car hit him. Like, I don't understand. Why finenta ayada to the police, you know? Abut's case. Yeah, a missing person, and they literally did nothing. So my family had daily sad. Daily sad again to uncle wak. 7 months later, you can imagine. 7 months later, his body was unrecognizable. Like, ew. When it comes to the SA justice system, I give it to them, shame. They failed us once, Kakazanak. And they had to do it again years later, my uncle. And the worst, my family never got justice. His family never got justice. Majayavani himself, he never got justice. Now I'm going back to why I used this title for this video, ne? Here's what happened. They got bail and never went back. Case ya bona edula e postpone yo. Sebile early 2023, so you can imagine how long it has been since 2016 to 2023. It's a postpone one way. So what we heard was that his parents are well connected. They're very well connected. That is why Basoye Tronko saw. They might have made the docket disappear, or they might have did something, because it doesn't make sense that after all these years, but they are still roaming the streets. Roaming the streets. I'm gonna get to that part. They're still roaming the streets, and create justice, you know. My uncle and his wife decided to deal with them traditionally. I normally do not condone the thing of like huipheteza, you know. Or this one, God will have to forgive me, shame. Yo, me, huning. So my uncle, he went to some traditional healer, basebeta Majavani's body, because Libana they hated the fact that these people are still roaming the streets. That time they took something from us, wabo. Especially my uncle and his wife. They lost their kid, they lost their child. So it wasn't fair to them. Justice. We're not getting any answers. We don't know why they did that. Yet, but their child's life was cut short. So they decided to deal with them traditionally. And for that, I give you guys 100 over 100. Like, thank you. So yeah, they went to this other traditional healer, Bereka Majavani's body. I do not know what they did, but the three guys, his friends, because Nabali 3, 4, including Majavan, 2 of them Sebashine. And then, his parents are well connected and all of that, he committed suicide. So I don't know what they did, but they deserve it. So I don't know, you know. I just know that but the way Kisha Bang, I'm sure I avenge, you know, I avenge, and he's been doing that because one already is already, you know, and 2 Sebashine. So I'm sorry for that, but it's life. But to be honest, I hope Majavani is resting in peace, you know. I hope he's resting in peace. But I doubted. How can you rest in peace when you were brutally murdered by the people you trusted? Oh, I remember. This is why my uncle and his wife decided to deal with them traditionally, right? Sometime, not last year, last year, in 2021, COVID in yeah, sometime in 2021, my uncle Onadula Atlile his, and he would tell my family that Ubona Majaivani Modito and then Majaivan Walwana. So I guess that's what pushed them in doing now what we still need to find out why they did that. Remember, I mentioned earlier in the video that this is something that I never wanted to talk about. This is something Elore I wanted to forget, you know what? So Nikki Mamela bit by bit. So yeah, I don't know but I just know that my uncle and all of that. And the part that I am not sure of, if what happened between the 4 of them. What escalated between the guys, what led to them killing them, that I do not know, because I wasn't following this, you know. I wasn't following this whole saga. I just wanted to heal. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. So moral of the story is beware of your cycle, because the very same people you are smiling with, and this is something that I have been saying a lot of times in my videos, that we should beware of the people in our cycles. In our cycle, I mean, we should be aware of the people we get close to and all of that. So be of your cycle, because the very same people you were smiling with, you were talking to, you were sharing secrets with, some of them are bad. Some of them are bad, but they wish you bad. So that's the moral of the story. That's all I can say. Because you know, there are some people out there, they've experienced the same thing that my family experienced, or their brother or their daughter or their whoever. experienced the same thing, went through the same thing of being betrayed by his or her best friend or best friends, right? So be aware of your be aware of your cycle. I be aware of your cycle. You know how safe feel pattern. Ba betray ba khotsi mfethu. Ba betray ba usia ukareng, I don't know. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and comment down below, right? Also, please do not forget to turn on your post notifications. So follow me on all of my social media platforms. I'm available on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, on Instagram. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.